Hello everyone again, Websy Wonky here. Um, I thought I would do a video on explaining my way of what is ASMR. It has been proven to help in many different cases with people that suffer from anxiety, depression, just insomnia, people who deal with hard time falling asleep, and PSD. There's just many different forms of ASMR, and basically where it begins is the mind and what it is doing when you're experiencing ASMR. It's tingles that go up your spine into your head, or your tingles that you feel. And it's really not a bad thing. People look at tingles as a bad thing, but it's really not. It's basically when you experience ASMR, and if you don't know what it is, there's always a definition you can look up. It explains it better than I can, but this is my way of what is ASMR. A lot of the things I do on my channel, whether it's tapping, whether it's using hand motions, just recently when I did the video of the Reiki energy healing, there's nothing harmful about that. Basically, that is taking your energy and your intention and trying to send energy vibes to everyone, and trying to help them through the process of stress, anxiety, whatever you may be feeling that day, and that helps the person relax and stuff. It's nothing evil or bad or mind control in any way. It is a natural thing, and it's healthy. It basically is energy healing, and I don't know why the sun keeps going down and down. But basically, some people think that ASMR videos can be bad, can be seductive, and yes, I would admit there are some out there if you're looking for actions in the wrong thing. But what I am trying to do on my channel here is share the things that I find that I enjoy and that may be relaxing in some way thing to you, whether it's me coloring, whether it's me doing hand motions, tapping noises of water, or whatever may be of the case. But like for me, ASMR may not, or some others who think that ASMR isn't for them. I know there's a lot of people out there who like watching people create things and slime videos. I don't know if a lot of you watch slime videos, but to me, in some ways, it can be relaxing. So I just wanted to clarify that the things I do on this channel is not in any way trying to come across as bad or creepy or awkward. It's just trying to be a comfort to those who may be dealing with anxiety and stress. And I do everything I can to try to be encouraging as possible to others who may be dealing with stress. And some people may take stress in their own way and deal with it however they feel. That's fine. And like, if you don't really like watching ASMR on my channel, you don't have to. It's not forced upon anyone. I just do it because I feel like as much as it has helped me with my anxiety and depression, you know how much it can help you guys. And so that's one of the reasons why I do it. And then another thing I want to suggest is, some people have questioned, and I'm not going to name any names, some people have questioned on what I do as a practice, as a whole, as bad, as witchcraft, as something that what I'm doing may not find in their eyes that it's beneficial, or that it's in some way helping humanity, but it's evil and it's ungodly. For those of you that may think that way, you are perfectly fine in saying those things. I have no judgment at that. It's just, on my channel, I like to do what I feel is best and what is led to be doing. And personally, on my own practice, like I've said in previous videos, I am a Christo-pagan, and that's basically a Christian and a pagan, but it is a form of a pagan. But basically, I am pagan. Now, some people may get confused with that and misconstrue that. How can you be both Christian and pagan? Well, it is a known thing if you look it up. Christo-pagan, like you're writing Christian, but Christo, pagan. And there's many people out there who are these things. Some will look at it as, how can you be both? Well, in my opinion, I feel like you can. You take on two belief systems. Like for me, I still believe that there is a God in heaven that I look to for answers, and I pray to for answers when I am lost and struggling in my own life. Pagan is an umbrella term that people carry on if they're pagan as earth people who care about humanity and want the good for all humanity, that it seeks out to help people, whether it's with herbs, whether it's with nature, take care of the world as it is, as a whole. I'm still learning as it is of being pagan. A lot of people construe that with witchcraft, and they think that if you are pagan, you are considering witchcraft, and that you speak to demons all day long, and they misconstrue that. When, you know, a lot of pagans, more than so, do have deities, which are different gods. A lot of them are Greek gods. Some of them are from other mythological creatures and such. But to have these deities, some do worship them just as I was to worship God. But a lot of times, like, I have some deities that I consider in my practice, but I don't full out do it as much as I pray to God. Like my deities, for example, that I feel like I have a connection with, I have a bond with, and it is no way evil. It is just, they mean something to me. And one of them is Harmonia. She is the daughter of Aphrodite, which Aphrodite is the goddess, the Greek goddess of love, and her father is the god, a goddess, or god Ares, the Greek god Ares of chaos. And another one is Hecate. She I don't know all the facts of her. I just know basically, you know, she is has to do with nature and such. And then there is Chronos. Chronos has to do with nature and prosperity and wealth. And the other one that I feel connected to is Artemis. She's a Greek goddess of basically nature, protecting children, and such. I can go on and on with this, but I just want to share with you, having deities or other things you look into is nothing wrong. A lot of people who are of the Christian faith will look at these things as you're putting these gods before the one true God, and that is a misconception that a lot of people have. Now, there are some pagans out there who feel like they don't want to worship the true God. They want to have these other gods. But I feel like everything has a balance to it, whether it's of deities that you believe in, whether it's Buddha, whether it's God himself of heaven. But a lot of it is, I just feel intrigued by these deities. But a lot of things, and I hope this isn't too long, a lot of these things people will misconstrue, or they don't do enough research on these things, and they feel like it is of the devil, it is against the Bible. But one thing you have to ask yourself is, how are these wrong, and how does it go against the Bible? And a lot of people will say, yeah, to put gods before God, yeah, it could be wrong. But you as a person studying these people or these goddess or goddess is not entirely wrong. Do as you please with these, but one of the things that we believe as paganism, or as pagan as a whole, is to not harm others. If we're going to do spell work, if we're going to do invocations with asking these deities for whether it be we need wealth, or whether we need guidance from them. They are just an assistant, just like angels were an assistant to helping God complete his job. You know, there's, like I've said in previous videos, there's many angels who have assistance, or there's many angels that do many things, whether it's help people during the grieving process, whether it's a god or an angel of healing and such. One of the angels I have recently discovered, I love that they work with bringing comfort to those who have passed on, to the families, and that is Angel Azrael. He helps with families who are going through grieving process. So with that in mind, none of these things I'm saying are of the devil. A lot of people will look like, and if you don't, that's the thing, if you don't do your research on these things, and it's not so much hearing it on YouTube videos, because everyone has their own way of and perspectives on paganism. The best thing you can do is do your research on these things, and to just personally say to yourself, what do you want? And if you don't feel like it's for you, don't do it. If it looks sketchy, don't do it. But for me and my boyfriend, I personally, and we both personally feel like this is what we should be doing. Basically being an advocate to humanity, helping people, trying to reach out to people. And it's okay if you think that it's not best for us to do those things, but it's what we feel led to do. And I just hope that can clear up some of the misconceptions that people have about ASMR and paganism. But the thing is too, when it comes to witchcraft in itself is not wrong, and some people get the misconception that witchcraft has to do with talking to demons and stuff. Now Wiccans in itself, who are pagans, they do believe that doing spells, but not to harm anybody, just for the greater good of humanity, which is, and basically it's your intention. Like, let's say you don't have money and you need some money to come in. You basically say a prayer, and you put your intentions out, what you want. So a lot of the spell works and stuff that people do, whether they're pagan or witchcraft, is for the greater good. and it's not to harm anyone, and that's a lot of what people think that paganism does and witchcraft or even Wiccans do. But it is to not harm anyone, but to create a life of law of attraction. Because if you put out negativity in the world, or you speak evil of someone, then it's going to come at you. That's a law of attraction. Same way, if you're putting intentionally on a certain prayer to happen, to come in more wealth in your life, then you're putting that intention, but sometimes you have to do the work to put it out. So I hope that clarifies that. I'm trying to think anything else I want to say. But yeah, do your research. That's what I say. And I would say to most people who are Christians who don't believe the same way I do, do read the Bible, but also to do your own research. Because, I've come across some people who think witchcraft is wrong. Well, my question is, what makes it wrong? The thing is, we're not talking to the devil himself. We're not communing with the dead in any way. Now, there are some people, yes, who do commune with the dead. That's a different story. But to be in witchcraft or to be in paganism doesn't mean we do what everyone else does. It's our own path, and whatever we feel led to do, we do it. I'm not saying we shouldn't go to the Bible for our answers, and there are many valuable lessons I have learned from the Bible. So I'm not dissing that at all. What I am saying is, from my perspective, what I practice. And in the Bible, and I want to close with this, in the Bible it does talk about how, I believe, either Saul or Paul went to the witch of the Endor because he wanted to see how Samuel was doing. And so what he was doing was conveying or conversing with a witch of the Endor to ask, how is Samuel doing? And some people would look at that, oh, that's wrong. But sometimes you just need the answers, And I'm not saying going to a witch is a wrong thing. What I am saying is sometimes you need answers.